you guys. So today we are going to talk about the types of reinforcement, um, which is positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment in ABA behavior. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one will be positive reinforcement, and that's just simply adding a stimulus to increase a desired behavior. When you look at the word positive, always think add. And then when you look at reinforcement, you always think, okay, whatever I give is going to cause a behavior to repeat. Um, Examples of that will be giving praise after a client has answered um, a client, or excuse me, after a client has answered a question correctly. So you can say, maybe the SD will be, "What is your name?" And your client says, "Molly." And you say, "Good job. Yes, your name is Molly. Good job saying Molly." And that would be a verbal praise. Another way of giving reinforcement or positive reinforcement would be giving a piece of candy after repeating an echoic. So let's say the SD is, say ooh. Your client says ooh, and you say, "Good job saying ooh. Here's an M&M or here's a Skittle." Um, or giving a break after it was requested appropriately. That's a good one. The next one is going to be negative reinforcement. So, removing a stimulus to increase a desired behavior. So, anytime you think about negative, you want to think about taking away. And anytime you think about reinforcement, you want to think about something that is being given to cause a repetitive behavior. Um, a example of that would be removing a trigger object or activity once the client has requested. All done. Um, so that's like, uh, maybe the client doesn't want puzzles anymore, so the client is saying, "All done." So you're going to take away that puzzle, and the next time when that client asks, "All done," or gives that man, like, says "all done," um, he's going to or he or she is going to expect that their words will reciprocate some sort of response. The next one is like super simple. Uh, Rinsing your hands off to remove germs away. Okay, you were taking away the soap off of your hands, and it is going to cause the removal of germs, which will make you want to wash your hands more in the future. um, let's think. Leaving a room once properly requested. Um, so client asked to move. And because the client asked to move, you are going to allow the client to transition to the next area just because they properly made it for it. Positive punishment. Again, when you think positive, you think add, and when you think punishment, which is different, punishment is just the stop, like the the end all be all. And so positive punishment would be adding a stimulus to decrease an undesired behavior. Um, so maybe spanking a child to get them to stop an unwanted behavior. Giving a warning to an employee who is constantly late. Yelling at someone for cutting you off in the road. Yelling at a child to stop them from opening the door. Those would all be um, positive punishment procedures because you are giving an instance occurrence of something. You're adding some kind of stimuli to stop a behavior. And a lot of times, studies have shown that like it will just stop it for the moment. More than likely, the behavior will occur again. And depending on the functions of the behavior, we're not going to get into that in this video, but according to the functions, it may increase, especially if it's done for attention purposes. The next one would be negative punishment. Um, Removing a stimulus to decrease in undesired behavior. So an example would be taking away outside privileges after a child engages in aggression, taking away a tablet after a child has received a bad grade, taking away a toy because the child would not stop playing with it during class. And in this situation, you are taking away or removing something, that word negative, to cause an immediate end to a specific behavior that is happening. Yeah, there we go.